He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello everyone. This is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live from my home studio in Phoenix, Arizona. I got in late last night from CES 2015 and thought I'd be able to get in the studio and record a show today, but that things just didn't work out that way, and it's 8:30 right now in Phoenix, and I'm just sitting down at the microphone. So what I decided to do was to run a video for you that I recorded live, an interview that I recorded live at CES, and actually it's about this company called OnVocal. You can actually see this here, and I have a short interview. It's about 15 minutes, but this is the Mix 360, and it's quite an innovative design. I was pretty impressed with it. I didn't get a chance to wear it for very long, but it had all the technology that you could ask for. The Mix 360 combines wearable technology and a mixing app for a revolutionary new listening experience. So this is comfortable, it's wearable, and sleek. The Mix 360 is a combination of app and hardware that changes the way you listen to phone calls, music, and the world around you. This is what's interesting. The 360 app, which obviously is an app that would go on your iPad, your iPod, your smartphone, whatever. This app lets you mix audio from your device, a phone call, it could be music, whatever, with sound of your voice and the ambient sounds that are around you. And you can also create, which was pretty neat, like custom presets. So it's lightweight. The earbuds just literally easily go around your head, and it's hi-fi sound. Obviously it's Bluetooth, and there's command buttons for accessing Siri, Google Voice without touching your phone, and it's easy, very easy actually, to make adjustments. So I'm going to run this video, and hopefully you will like the product, and certainly we'll be back next week with our regularly scheduled Thursday evening broadcast. Also, if you go to thegadgetprofessor.com, our webpage, you'll notice it's quite different from last week, because CES actually has just ended, so you can go on our website and take a look at all the great gear that was interviewed and looked at, both from the interviews that were occurring every 15 minutes live, and also from the Tech Podcast crews that went out and did individual interviews all over the CES exhibit, which is huge. It's a little bit over 2.06 million square feet that CES occupies. So you'll also see a little chat board, which obviously is off, but you'll also see on our webpage, thegadgetprofessor.com, just tons and tons and tons of pictures, videos, all kinds of things that were happening. And finally, when you get down to the end, you'll see this episode 189. So definitely check that out. Also, tonight, if I get a chance, or certainly tomorrow morning, on my Facebook page, that would be Facebook /The Gadget Professor, you'll see that I've also loaded up a bunch of photos that I took around CES, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time right now reviewing CES. I'll kind of cover that in 5 minutes, a 5-minute wrap-up next Thursday evening, and I've been asked by a couple other podcasters to do a joint roundtable to sum up CES. I may or may not participate in that. I'm not sure yet, but in any event, let's take a look at this interview that I did with the company called OnVocal Inc. I think you'll find this an interesting product. I hope you enjoy the interview, and we'll see everybody next Thursday. So long from the Gadget Professor. Everybody, welcome back. This is Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live from CES 2015. We're having a phenomenal show. We have great interviews. This is probably the best year. I've been here. This is my 4th or 5th year here, and this year for sure, I'm seeing such innovation, such incredible talent that's coming in with just amazing products. And Bob Spanner from OnVocal Inc. is here with us now, and Bob is the president of OnVocal. And I hate to say it because I got to remain neutral, but I'm drooling looking at this product. I have never seen it. Bob, you and I have never met.
We have not done.
So I'm going to turn it over to you, and this is very interesting. Go ahead, Bob. It's all yours.
Sure. Well, OnVocal is a Boston-based technology company.
Oh, really? I'm from Boston.
Oh, you are?
Absolutely.
All right. All right.
Yep,
And
I have a master's degree from Boston at Boston State.
Awesome.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Awesome. And the company's founders are audio and mobile technology pros.
Okay.
And the problem that we saw out there that we wanted to solve is there was not one hearable device or a personal audio device out there that satisfied all of our needs.
That's for sure.
As professionals on the go.
Right.
And so what are those needs? Well, the needs was to be able to make great phone calls, to be able to hear beautiful premium quality music, to be able to interface with our smartphone hub by being able to leverage the apps like the voice command apps for Siri and Google Voice.
Right.
And all of those things.
Messaging.
Yeah, messaging, all of those things. So, there are Bluetooth earbuds that are really good for calls, but they're only mono.
Correct.
So they don't give you the stereo for music.
Correct.
And but they're good for calls, right? There's over the ear, and those are very, very good for music, and they close the world out.
Yeah.
But they're not very good for calls, and
they're uncomfortable.
They're big and bulky. Yeah, and we're on the go, so we wanted to make something that was the one premium hearable for all of these activities. And so that's what we embarked on, and the result is the first product.
Right, let me hold this
Sure.
way. Actually, I'll hold it this way. And
absolutely.
You can talk about it.
Yeah. So this is actually the two earbuds go into your ears like this.
Right.
The boom microphone gets pointed at the corner of your mouth.
That's unique into itself because now, some of them have the mic built up higher, but that's right where your mouth is.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what's the magic? What's really the unique proposition here is that we are the only headset that will allow you to hear 3 different sounds and then blend those sounds or mix those sounds in any combination in any level for your activity and your environment.
Okay, what would those 3 sounds be? So I have these on. What are the 3 different sounds I'm going to hear?
Sure. Don, the first sound is any sound from your Bluetooth source device. So your phone typically is going to be that. So that's music, that's calls, that's podcasts, audiobooks. Any audio that comes from your phone is the first sound.
Okay. So obviously this is going to connect via Bluetooth to my device, whatever that may be, my iPad, my iPhone, my Android,
right.
Whatever. Okay.
Exactly. The second sound is the ambient sounds around the user.
Okay.
The ambient sounds around the user. And the third sound is the sound of the user's voice as the person you're talking to hears your voice. So just like an in-ear monitor that a musician wears on stage to track their own performance, to monitor their own vocal performance, we allow you to monitor your vocal performance, let's say on a phone call, so that you can have a great phone call performance.
So are you actually hearing your voice in real time?
You are, just like I am now on this headset. So when
Hey, how do you like these headsets?
These are nice, but they're
Okay.
a little big and bulky for
it's TV.
for the business pro.
Okay.
So let me give you some. So that's what it does. Let me tell you what it does for you.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing that it'll do for you is, let's say you're an urban commuter and you're going on a busy street and you like to listen to music, but you don't want to be closed off from the world.
You don't want to be hit by a car.
Or run into somebody, right? So what we can do is we can mix the sound from your phone, that music, with the sounds that are around you, the ambient sounds, and deliver that mix straight to your ears.
Now, can you control the percentage of mix, or is it done automatically for you?
Well, you can control it, or you can choose presets. So what I'm showing you right now is our app, and this is a preset we call City Mix.
Okay.
So in the City Mix preset, I've got my source level, which would be the loudness of my music, right?
So basically what we have here, because the audience can't see the phone that well, is there's basically 3 different controls which control the 3 different sounds that you would be getting. The sound from the Bluetooth, okay, there we go, it's a little bit better. The sound from the Bluetooth, the ambient sound, and also your own voice. So those are the 3 inputs, if you will, and now you have presets that are basically scientifically adjusted to give you the optimal performance.
Exactly. Well, you adjust it. You have total control of your own soundscape.
Okay.
So I can say, I want to listen to my music.
But if it's preset,
yeah,
is it presets and I have control?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So what I did before, and again, we probably can't see that, but this is the source level, and now I bring up the ambient level, and it's taking the music and the sounds around me, and it's delivering that mix directly to my ears. And
does that take time to get used to?
No, actually, because the ambient sound, the way we do ambient, is in our array gives you a very natural 3-dimensional representation of what's happening. It works just like your ears do.
Okay, so there's some science in there that have adjusted these audio curves so that it takes your brain into consideration to what it's just not random.
That's exactly right. It works exactly like your ears work with your brain, not only to hear the sound, but the direction the sounds are coming from. So if you're walking on that city street and you come to a crosswalk, you hear the bus coming from the left before you see it, so you can turn and not step out off the curb.
Does it do any dampening? In other words, will it automatically fade the sound of the bus coming when the bus is gone, or will it always keep that ambient level at the same? Does it know, is it smart? Does it know that, hey, if it's too loud, you can't hear your voice, or you can't hear the call?
Right. In this particular case, we were talking about music. And in the case of a call, you have a automatic preset for calls. So when you first get the unit, what we ask you to do is make a call to a friend. And then you get another mixing board, again, a special preset for calls. Hey, special preset for calls called phone calls. And when I press that during a call, I'm going to get that mixing board. And so when I first get the unit, I set up my phone call preset. I adjust how loud do I want to hear the person on the other end of the call.
That's great. So you're going through a setup procedure.
Right, but only once. Do I want to hear the outside world? For me, I don't want to hear the outside world. I want a quiet call. But I do want to hear my voice so I can articulate and have a great performance by getting that immediate vocal feedback, which is our patent. Then I hit save. Now, every call I make or every call I take, no matter what my mix was before and my activity, it switches to my phone call mix. I take the call, and then when I end the call, it goes back to the activity prior and the prior mix.
So
the phone is in your pocket, your head's up and engaging with your world as opposed to blocked in. You control your own soundscape.
Wow. That's ingenious.
Exactly. But it's also good for fun. So there's some people who really...
What's that? I haven't had any fun.
Yeah, come on, we have to have some fun, Don.
Yeah, okay.
So it's also good for fun. And the fun part of it comes in when you play with the music and then you decide to raise the voice. So we have a preset we call karaoke. And what this will do is it'll take any music from your phone and then you adjust the voice microphone array.
So you're basically out-frequencing or locking out the voice.
It's actually blending your voice with the music you're hearing from your phone and delivering that karaoke mix to your ears.
That's great.
Yep. So for a language learner who wants to pronounce words properly, for any real activity where vocal control is important, our voice feature really comes in handy.
Now, what's inside this? Okay, I mean, it looks very light, very portable.
Exactly.
It looks, again, well made. I noticed you have a red light here. I don't know if we can see that. Yep, we can.
Yep. That shows that the unit is on.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Locking onto the Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've never tested this out. How do these hold up in terms of wear and tear, sweat?
Well, we went for a premium approach. Components all the way around are premium. So we have 3 microphones in the system. There's 1 microphone in each one of these housings, 1 here and 1 here.
Yep. I don't know if we can get a close-up of that.
Yep.
Can you see the grill? There's a grill right here.
Yep.
So that's a microphone.
Yep. That's
There's
one.
also another microphone right there on the other
Yep.
side, and obviously the microphone here.
On the end.
So there's 3 microphones in here, so that actually
Exactly.
is used to balance and create the high-quality sound.
It is. So
And also to read the ambient noise at the same time.
and the voice. So
Right.
when we're
So these are going to be more tuned to ambient.
exactly. So when we're in the ambient mode, we're using these 2 microphones here.
Right.
And when we're in the voice mode,
You'll be
we're
using
using
this.
these 2 microphones here.
Okay.
And then instead of a single integrated circuit like most Bluetooth headsets have,
Right.
we have 3 integrated circuits. One for the Bluetooth activities like calls and music and the wireless technology. Then we have one for our voice feature.
Well, there's a lot of science in this thing.
This is chock full of science, but the user experience is seamless.
Right, of course.
So it's got a ton of complexity in what's inside, but it's a delight and easy to use and set up.
Now you use magnets to hold it to the side?
Exactly, because there are times, even though you have the capability of conducting a conversation with the earbuds in, because we have our voice microphones and we
Right.
have our ambient microphones, so it's just like you don't have the headset on, there are going to be times where you're just going to want to not have the earbuds in and you store them here.
In terms of setting up button functionality, how does that work?
Well, most of the mixing can be done from the app, as I showed you here, or the buttons that are on the neck band.
Okay, so can I forward and reverse a CD or
I can.
music or anything that I'm playing? I can do that.
I can,
Can I
Don.
increase and decrease the volume from the headset?
I can.
Can I also do that from the app?
And you can do it from the app.
Okay.
Yep, and you can answer and end calls because there is a earbud button right here.
Let's.
Yep. The earbud button right there. So when you're
I
on
see that.
Yeah, when you're on the
Right
go.
there. The ear button, the button he's talking about is right above the microphone. Again, I know it's very hard to see that, but there is a
Exactly.
small button there. Okay.
Exactly. And so when you're on the go and your phone's in your pocket and a call comes in,
Right.
I can answer it with
That's
the
great.
earbud
That's
button.
a genius. That's great.
Right? And then I can end the call with the earbud button. The mixing is all automatically switching.
done.
Yeah.
What about if I want to make a call, like, call Mike? Can I click it and it will put it into the...
Exactly. Well, when you're not in a phone call mode and you press that button, it brings up your voice command app. It'll bring up Siri for Apple,
Great.
and it'll bring up Google Now for Android.
Unquestionably the nicest set I've seen, period. End of story. What's the price point?
Awesome. This will retail for $349.
Okay.
It'll be available in May, and we have an introductory special right now till the end of January at $299.
That's awesome. I'm very impressed. I haven't tried it out, obviously, but I could tell you that based on what I'm hearing on the technology end of it, he's got it covered, and it's very well made. Again, very high-quality product, and I wish you a lot of success with it.
Thanks, Don.
And maybe we'll have you on the Gadget Professor Show, and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
I can't wait to put it on you so you can try
Okay.
it.
Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
All right, Don.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Good luck to you.
Take care.
There you go, fans. OnVocal, definitely, if you're in the market for a high-quality product, I would certainly test this out. And I'm sure I will get an opportunity to test it out and give you a first-hand report back. But
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine.
Multimedia Communications, LLC.
If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.